Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where in this video I want to talk about Arsenal's attack because I think it's been a really interesting sort of looking at the last four games in the round. In the Premier League, we've had two goalless draws with two teams that have sat in. One in Liverpool, who you probably wouldn't expect to sit in quite so much, and one against Forest, where it was blatantly obvious that that's what they were going to do. They had their first choice back four back for the first time, I think, this season, and they were obviously going to sit deep, and make life difficult. In the cup, of course, Arsenal scored 8 goals in the last two games. And it is really interesting to see how a scoring one in sort of the cup competition so freely, and then on in the Premier League, but. I just want to sort of reflect on sort of what I've seen and what I think the big lesson Mikel Arteta needs to take from these games going forward. Mikel Arteta, probably for the first time in his tenure at Arsenal, has a range and a raft of attacking options, all with different qualities. And I felt going into the Forest game that a couple of changes in attack would be made. I felt it was a Leandro Trossard game, and I felt it was an Eze game, and I felt it was a Madueke or Saka didn't really matter kind of game. I actually really think it was probably a Jesus or Havertz game rather than a Gyökeres game, but I think it was good man management to go for Gyökeres, having just got his first goal to sort of, or from open play, to play him again. So I thought that was a sensible decision there. But someone like Havertz or Jesus, I think, would have brought Forest's defence up. They were sat deep and it would have brought them out a little bit more, and that might create a space. But I think having gone with Gyökeres, I don't think you want to go with Martinelli. And the reason being, although they run into similar spaces, I don't mind the interchange between them. I think you can sort of see them sort of mix across. And that's why I think that excites me, but not against a side like Forest who will sit deep. Similarly, I just felt it was an Eze game because he has a magic moment, man. He will create something from nothing. Odegaard isn't that player. He caresses the ball. He'll play it around. He'll try and move people around from position. But Forest weren't going to do that. They were going to sit and let Arsenal play in front of him. And therefore, it doesn't really suit Odegaard's game. On the right wing, I don't think it really mattered between Saka and Madueke. Both have the ability to beat a man with close control. And I think that's really important. And that's why I think, really, when you look at this attack, Mikel Arteta needs to make the right decision, the right combinations for the right games. If we're playing Inter Milan, maybe Inter Milan will come up a little bit higher and there's going to be space, and Martinelli can do it. Similarly, Odegaard's pressing ability, his ability to sort of get in behind, play the little balls around the corner, quick little passes in there, actually is probably really well suited to that game. Gyökeres might get a bit of space coming behind. If not, you've got Havertz. And I think that's really what he needs to look at there is he needs to build his attack around what the opposition are going to do because he has the options to change it and make different combinations work based on what the opposition are going to do. I think he did it better when he made the substitutions. A bar not getting Ez out on earlier, I think he did that. But I just think from the start, that's what he needs to look at. And that should be the